Having a bad hair day. Hey guys, what's poppin'? You already know who it is. I was on back at again with another video, and as you can tell by the title, I am doing my high school advice video. And I know a few of you are either going into high school or going into the second or third year of high school, and I figured as someone who is going into the senior year of high school, I should give you guys advice. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. First tip I have to give you is leave middle school drama in middle school. Okay? When you go into high school, people are already gonna just like mess around with you just because you're a freshman. But if you keep because you're younger, they're gonna look down on you and just like goof around, just mess with you. But just when you talk about the drama that happened in middle school, no one cares. Honestly, no one cares what Sally did to Jake or what Sally or Jake did to Sally or all of that drama. No one cares. So just leave it all behind in middle school. That was a different time. Now you're going into high school, you're becoming an adult. So just treat it like that, you know? So. The second thing is don't let upperclassmen intimidate you into joining sports or clubs, because I can say as someone who did do that, I 100% regret doing that, because it's just all those sports that I could have joined my freshman year, or those clubs that I could have joined my freshman year, I was too scared to do anything because the upperclassmen just seemed so intimidating and scary. So I did not want to be a part of that. But now becoming a senior and joining multiple clubs and joining sports, I would say that I would have created a closer bond with my coach and with the other people in the club if I were to have started it my freshman year. So I 100% recommend to start freshman year. Third is to make friends. At the very end, you might start with, from the very beginning, you might start with 10 to 15 friends, and then senior year you might only have 3 of those friends that are still close to you, and that's perfectly fine, because you would rather keep your friends small, your friend group very small, because it will avoid drama and other problems like that. Make friends with your teachers, because it will most definitely help you out when it comes to applying for colleges or applying for scholarships. And I can say that because my freshman year, I created a bond with a few of my teachers, freshman and sophomore year, and now late junior year, end of junior year, now going into senior year, I can apply to scholarships in colleges and jobs and have teachers to back my story up and back me up, saying that I was a good student. You should start taking AP classes your freshman year, because as someone who started taking AP classes her junior year, I wish I had started before, because my GPA would have boosted up a lot more if I were to do good in those AP classes. And I took 3 AP classes, being my first time taking, I've never taken AP classes before. Going into junior year, I ended up taking 3, and it was really hard, but I did it, and I'm proud of myself. So I recommend just start early, so you're not like me trying to cram in all those AP classes before your senior year. Always go to the pep rallies, because you'll regret it at the end. Looking back into your high school and saying, dang, I don't really have any memories of high school at all. So if you do go to pep rallies and join all the the fun festivities and activities and everything, you'll 100% love it. It's very fun. Just especially having your friends around you, it's just something that you'll remember in the future. Choose a locker that's easy to access in between your classes. My school's an open school, and what I regret last year, my junior year, was that I chose a locker that was with my sisters, so I would just, or my friends, so I would just go there and then go to my classes. But One, the timing in between class is not enough, especially if you have to use the bathroom. And my classes were on like one class, like my first period would be on one side of the class, one side of the school, and then my second period would be on the complete opposite side. So if your schedule looks like that, then I either just don't have a locker if you're allowed to have backpacks, or just find something that's like in between, because it was not fun for me at all. Manage your time wisely, and this is something my dad has told me from the very beginning, is to manage your time wisely, because you think that you have so much time to do stuff, but then you really don't. It's like I thought I had time all these years. I was like, oh, I have SATs junior year. I have time. And then come to my SAT and I do that well. And of course, I'm taking my second SAT soon. But it's like prepare. And I can say that from complete experience, because I have gone through that in so many occasions. So please take my advice and manage your time wisely. Take online classes to boost your GPA, because I guarantee you majority of the valedictorians of your the different classes, like classes 2019, 2018, and before that, their GPA most likely was better than everyone else, because they took multiple online classes that weren't like a graduation requirement. So get your stuff together, and you should do that. Stay organized, because not being organized would be the death of you, I promise. Balance school with life, or things will most likely get really, really hard or just boring, because if you're just making your time, putting all your time and your effort into school, then it kind of just gets boring and ruins everything for you, and it's not worth it. It's not fun. Don't try to fit in, because you're just gonna be like everybody else. Memorize your schedule, because I can say myself that freshman year I didn't memorize my schedule until the second week of school. And I actually have a story. My junior year, I usually had my freshman sophomore year I had first lunch, but junior year was my first time having second lunch. So it was supposed to be, I usually went to lunch after fourth period and then went to fifth period. But then junior year, it was fifth period and then lunch. But the first few days in junior year, I was going to lunch before fifth period, and I would realize within 5 minutes after the bell that I was in the wrong lunch or in the wrong class. So it can get really embarrassing. So just try to memorize it. If you get the schedule before school starts, and start memorizing it if you know the school well. And then obviously the first maybe 3 days of school, they'll be easy on you because it's your first time. So don't stress about that. But you'll have to end up memorizing it, of course. Just know that one bad test grade isn't the end of the world. It does not define if you're smart or not. Maybe you were having a bad day. Maybe you were having trouble studying for the test. So just don't stress about it. Just try to do better in the next test. Use a planner. It's going to be your best friend. It's my best friend, because it keeps me up to date on schedule with everything. So make sure you have a planner. And my last 4 pieces of advice is, don't stress too much. Yes, it can get really hard in the end, but it will benefit you in the future for sure. And I can tell you that for sure, because I'm looking back, I'm not even in my senior year yet. I haven't even graduated yet, but I can just say that I regret stressing so much, because it just hurt me in the end. And I'm saying that it'll hurt you in the end for all these pieces of advice, but it's true. Like if you're doing all these things, like if you're pushing yourself too much, or if you're not doing enough, then it will eventually hurt you and you'll eventually regret it. Don't stress too much. Like it's just not worth it. Challenge yourself, and don't challenge yourself too much, because again, it will hurt you. But challenge yourself, because if you do, then it'll just make you the best version of yourself. And also have fun. Like, it's high school. Like, just enjoy yourself. Party if you want to party, but don't be too crazy. But just enjoy your time while you're at it, because college will get harder. So just enjoy it where you're at right now. Okay, so that's all I have to say. And last but not least, be yourself, because there is no other person like you. And I wish I had somebody to tell me that, because I can tell you, freshman year I was such a try-hard. I would say I was kind of a try-hard, and I tried to fit in with everybody, and because of that I kind of like it wasn't a good time for me, I would say. But just like, be yourself. Don't let anyone tell you who you should be, because like, it's none of their business. Be yourself. Just be you. Be happy to be you. Like me, I'm Eldana. I'm happy to be Eldana. No one else is like Eldana, so therefore I'm going to be Eldana. I'm going to be the crazy, fun, kind of slow person that I am, and I'm not going to let anybody else try to change that from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is kind of long, but I'm just trying to get as much as I can out that would be most beneficial for you guys. And it's kind of crazy being a senior, like saying that I'm going to be a senior, and I'm technically a senior now. It's kind of crazy to say that, but it's been a fun time in high school. So make sure you guys just like enjoy yourselves while you're at it, because you will regret it in the end. You will regret it in the end, and I will say that as many times as I can, because it is 100% true. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.